Flight directors. The flight director is the visual representation of the flight control computer. The flight director is displayed on the PFD as command bars. The flight director provides flight guidance commands to the autopilot and steering commands for the pilot when the aircraft is hand-flown. There are two independent flight directors, Flight Director 1 and Flight Director 2. Flight director command bars will appear with any lateral or vertical mode selection. In most flight director modes, although both flight directors are available, only one flight director provides flight guidance to the primary flight displays. The other flight director operates as a standby. To provide system redundancy and ensure accuracy of the flight guidance data, the active and standby flight director continuously crosstalk. If the pilot has control of the aircraft, Flight Director 1 is normally selected as the active flight director. If the co-pilot is flying, the transfer push button is selected and Flight Director 2 is used as the active flight director. The flight directors will act independently and supply guidance information to their associated PFD when in the following modes: takeoff mode, or go-around mode. Approach mode. In the independent modes, FCC1 provides guidance solely to PFD1, and FCC2 supplies PFD2 only. Flight Control Computer 1 controls Flight Director 1. The computer receives speed, barometric altitude, and temperature information from ADC1. AHRS-1, or IRS-1, provides attitude and heading information to FCC-1. FCC-2 controls Flight Director 2. It receives air data information from ADC-2 and attitude and heading reference information from the AHRS-2, or IRS-2. If one flight director fails, a red boxed FD appears on the PFD, and a white FD1 or FD2 status message is displayed. Selecting the transfer push button on the FCP deselects the failed flight director and allows the standby flight director to become active. PFD Flight Director Command Bar. The flight directors provide visual pitch and roll control guidance by means of an inverted V command bars on the ADI. The flight director command bars provide visual guidance when the aircraft is hand-flown or when the autopilot is engaged. Flight Mode Annunciator, or FMA. Vertical and lateral flight director modes are presented in the Flight Mode Annunciator portion of each PFD. The Flight Mode Annunciator is located above the blue attitude portion of the display. The FMA displays the autopilot flight director commands. The FMA is divided into two fields separated by a vertical cyan line. Each field presents lateral and vertical mode indications. The left field indicates the flight director modes that are capturing or active. Vertical and lateral modes that are capturing are represented by a green text message that flashes for 5 seconds. When the mode becomes active, the message changes to a steady green text. There are two lines of information. The bottom line presents the capturing or active flight director vertical mode. The top line is used to display the active flight director lateral mode. When an active vertical or lateral mode becomes invalid, a red line appears through the mode affected.